Hi, gay. So it's been a while, and I figured I should post something soon. So this is me decorating, actually my current sketchbook. It is a Strathmore sketch paper hardcover, which is 180, 190 pages, I don't remember. Anyway, but, yeah, this is just gonna be, the visual's just gonna be me putting stickers and also a couple of patches on this sketchbook. And while past me does that, current me will do a quick Q&A. So I asked a couple of people, just like what they thought that people would want to know about me. I've also tried to, I've seen a couple of comments asking about like my OCs and stuff about like that, and how I get, how I train at art, so yeah. Anyway, so what is my name? My names are Roswell or Ross. Ross is for short, Roswell is for long. They're both my name equally, so I don't really care. My pronouns are he, they, because I am a blue-haired liberal. I don't really care to define my sexuality. What is my favorite art medium? As you might be able to tell, mechanical pencils, but I also really like drawing with mechanical pencils that have colored lead. I think it's really fun. My least favorite art medium so far, I haven't done very much 3D art, but my least favorite art medium that I've tried so far is texture painting. Really annoying. Where do I buy my art supplies? So if you live in or near a decently sized town or city, there will be a local art store. Please support your local art stores. They really need it. And they're a super valuable resource, so you should do that. If your local art stores suck, or you don't have one because you live in a smaller community, there are really legitimately some good deals on TikTok Shop, especially for like scrapbooking and sketchbooking stuff. So I'd recommend that. Art inspiration, I actually haven't been doing like these lists of art inspo on my sketchbooks anymore, just because it gets tiring to list them out every time. But people I look at their art for inspiration. I watch a lot of Prications. I sometimes watch Ginja videos, and I just kind of watch a lot of like sketchbook tours that the YouTube algorithm recommends to me. Chord Spaghetti and My Chemical Romance are both really fun stylistic artists that do a lot of MCR fan art that I like. So yeah. I don't know what I'm doing at this point in the video. I don't know why I'm away from the iPad for so long. I don't know, I guess maybe I'm getting scissors or something? Okay, well, I'm back now. You can see my hand peeking. Oh, it was me trying to plug in. I was trying to use a hairdryer to put these patches on, and then I realized I can just fucking glue them. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so I study if for like rendering and like painting, digital stuff. I tend to look at a lot of J.C. Leyendecker and Caravaggio paintings. I really like those ones. J.C. Leyendecker also has just really interesting compositions in everything, and super because he was like a advertisement artist, so it's all incredibly eye-catching and poppy. I think it's super cool. So how do I improve my art? This is something I've been asked several times. Basically, figure out something that'll make you do it a lot, because the easiest but slowest way to do this is just make stuff you really like. I mean, so that is most of what I have done for all of the time I've been doing art, is that I just draw shit that seems fun. And so yeah, that'll help a lot with motivation, is if you're just drawing stuff you're really, really into. But you need to challenge yourself. I realized you need to challenge yourself, and you need to study others' work, which were both things I was super not into for a while. But I find, having focused practice and unfocused practice is both good. I would recommend a combination of, you draw exclusively for your own passion, whenever you're like, I just need to I want to make something. But when you're specifically like, I want to get better technically, you need to put a genuine effort into it. I generally practice technical skills and like study other art for maybe like an hour a week, but like, yeah, it's not, it doesn't have to be something that's stressful or super intense or anything. If you want it to be, it can, but that is ultimately a personal choice. And everyone has different goals, everyone has different attention spans, so it'll work different for everybody. Who's my favorite OC? I've been asked this before. This is a very difficult question because I honestly, like, as you might have been able to tell if you've watched my previous sketchbook tour, I don't care that much about my OCs. Like, I really like them, and I put a lot of effort into, you know, drawing them and making them feel fun and realistic, and, you know, making them characters that I want to engage in. But the thing is, it's like, when it's something that I've made, I have to, like, sit there and, like, make sure that I remember all the details of the story correctly, because I don't, like, write down my OC lore. I should, but I don't. So, yeah. Anyway, I think, ultimately, my favorite OC is Miles. Miles Galleon is a D&D NPC who I created for the campaign that I homebrewed and ran when I was 13 to 14. And he's really lovely. He's just he's basically a Nepo baby who has his entire world crash down around him and becomes incredibly, like, disillusioned, and addicted to cocaine. Well, fantasy cocaine, but it's cocaine. But yeah, I really like Miles. He's also very hot, which helps with my liking him. My favorite OC ship, however, is not Miles and his boyfriend Val, although I do think about them a lot. It is not the best developed ship that I have. I think my favorite OC ship is Johan and Alma, who are from my historical fiction American pioneer story that I would like to make into a comic, but I don't have the patience for doing comics, but I'm probably going to take a class on that in college. Anyway, my second favorite OC ship is probably going to be Iris and Lola, who, aka Ellie and Elle and Carmen. I honestly, like, I had two sets of names for them, like, initially, which was, like, their real world names, and then their, like, hallucination Vampireland dream world names, but I honestly forget which one is which. I need to go back and read that script again, because they were originally going to be for a short film, and then I realized that I don't, know enough people who are good actors and who could be those characters, because I have a very specific vision for these characters. And the thing is, the acting company that I was in for like 6 years had, you know, like, at maximum 3 black people there, and Lola is a black woman, so yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Johan and Alma are ultimately my favorite OC ship, because I like when religious psychosis, and I like when, really, really troubled people sort of try to cling to each other, and then they realize, or at least half of the relationship realizes that they're not weird in the same way, and it'll never work out. I think it's very fun and epic. Anyway, so top interests parentheses current. This is not like, this is not saying that I don't give a fuck about any of my other interests. This is just like what I've been doing a lot recently. Reanimator, as you know, if you watched my last sketchbook tour, I really like Reanimator. Undertale and Deltarune. Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 have destroyed my life. And it's also just genuinely, like, such a important media to me and my life and my personality. So yeah. and My Chemical Romance, as we know. Leftist Theory, as we know. I would say linguistics and music theory are, like, they're really interesting to me, but I like, I don't know, those are both really vague and also not things that are, like, you know, I'm not, like, constantly, like, I need to research music theory right now. I'm just, like, I watch videos about it before I go to bed. It's really interesting, and it also helps me focus on one thing. Anyway, my top interests of all time, this means that the things that have been the most formative to me in my life, I would put MCR and Undertale Deltarune in this list also. But my top interests of all times are polytheistic religions, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye egos, and, like, that whole, like, genre of, like, YouTuber ego content, the Magnus archives, the mechanisms, Welcome to Night Vale, the Dream SMP. So, yeah. I'd say Steven Universe was pretty important to me as well, and Adventure Time to a lesser degree. But yeah, those are some very, like, formative, like, I will never not be super interested in talking about them. I also would just say, like, I'm always down to talk about, like, politics. I mean, this goes with the leftist theory interest. I'm always down to talk about history or politics, and to learn more about that. If anyone has any historical figures that they think I should research, that would be pretty cool. I'm in Rome right now, and I've been Elagabalusing it up, because I think that they're a very poorly understood historical figure, and also I keep seeing references to them everywhere and be like, wow, that's that person I read the biography of 3 years ago. Pretty cool. Anyway, so Kinlist Unserious. This is just characters that I really fuck with and have, like, jokingly, I've been very attached to them, but not in a way where it's, like, worrying. So starting off strong, Bill Cipher, Simon Petrikov, Herbert West, Oliver Banks, and Metaton Undertale. I would also probably throw Michael Distortion on there, but I don't know, he's not like me, I just really like him. So, and then Kinlist, parentheses, genuine mental problems, Kevin and Cecil from Welcome to Night Vale, Revived Burr specifically, but most versions of C. Wilbur, and then, I don't know if this actually counts, but Real Actual Person Gerard Way. Anyway, so yeah, have fun dissecting those two lists. Okay, my top fandom ships. This is difficult, because that is the primary way that I engage in media, is character analysis and relationship analysis. So I like shipping a lot, and I also like making characters sad. But anyway, so honorable mentions, Cecilos. Do not get me wrong, I fucking love all of these honorable mentions. It's just they're not, like, fundamental to me. So Cecilos, very cute ship, really wonderful. I also would say Kevin and Cecil is super fun. As we know, I love Self-Cest. I really like Self-Cest, and that's kind of what that is. So pretty banger. Honorable mention too, Spamtana. It's been like 4 weeks and I can't stop thinking about them. Dude, the Spamtana, if you guys haven't watched the Spamtana video essay, that's on YouTube, please do that. Look it up, watch it. It's like an hour of your time. It's so fascinating because I've always been, like, very into Undertale Deltarune, but I don't get the newsletters, and I also don't have a computer, so I can't read the code, so I don't do a lot of, like, poking around in the dregs of Toby Fox's notes and stuff. But yeah, it's a really good analysis. There's a couple of points where like the thing with the Neo body maybe being used to transport Tenna to the Dark World. I don't know if that's legit. I think that'd be really interesting, but I don't think that that's really the idea that Toby Fox was trying to plant. Anyway, third honorable mention. There's so many honorable mentions, sorry. Third honorable mention is Lucius Spriggs and Izzy Hands from Our Flag Means Death. Literally, I realized about a year after season 2 ended of Our Flag Means Death or not even a year, like pretty recently after it ended, I was like, oh man, wait, I didn't actually like this show. I just liked Izzy and Lucius. Because I will absolutely, every time, just lose my mind for a ship that is deeply unstable and repressed person, and person who is also deeply unstable but isn't repressed. I think it's such an interesting fun dynamic. This is also, I didn't put this ship in, but thinking about this now, I did have a lot of thoughts about Father Galahad and Drumbot Brian from the Mechanisms in a similar way, where it's like Father Galahad is like super repressed and insane, and then Drumbot Brian is just really doing badly. I think that, anyway, yeah, Lucius and Izzy is great, and they're both hot. So, yeah. Honorable mention, I guess official number 4, is Lustot. I love Lustot. I really like all of the Interview with the Vampire ships. Like, I there's not one where I'm like, this sucks. But I think Lustot is the one that I'm like, I like it. But it's not, like, numero uno. I guess that's usually how I feel about, like, the most popular ships in every fandom. Is I'm just like, which is weird because it's like, obviously they're the fucking, they're the main characters. Like, obviously they matter the most to the story. And I should gaff the most about them, but I don't. I don't know. I just realized, what the hell? I didn't put Danbert in here. I guess Danbert have only been, like, since February, and it's a really wonderful ship, and I do, in fact, have the plushies of them, but I wouldn't say that they're, like, top ship ever. But I would say obviously I really like them, duh. Anyway, next on the list is Lumond. Lumond, I have thoughts. I have thoughts about Interview with the Vampire. These are also, like, I have weird, disjointed characterizations of all of the Interview with the Vampire characters in my head because my sister read all the books and then recounted all the book lore to me. But I never read the books myself, so, like, I mostly am thinking of them in the show, but I also have, like, book canon in the back of my head. And, sorry, that's just unrelated to what I was about to say. Anyway, I like Lumond a lot. I like, Paris Lumond is really, really lovely to me because they're doing so badly. I mean, all eras of Lumond, they're doing so badly. But Paris Lumond is especially interesting because it's like they've showed none of their hand to each other yet, and they're still, like, trying to suss out, like, is it okay if I'm mentally ill around this guy? I also really like awful, jealous, Devil's Minion era Lumond, and modern, cold, repressed, keep smiling, honey, Lumond. I think they're really wonderful. And also, they're both so hot. Like, I think Sam Reed is hot, for sure. Like, he's a very attractive man. That's just, like, a fact. So, obviously, Lustot is 2 incredibly hot men, but there's something in the water in regards to Armand, where he's so attractive. It's Assad Zaman, the man that you are. He was so sweet when I met him, dude. he was super excited to, like, I wouldn't say he was like jumping for joy at the prospect of meeting fans, but he was genuinely, you know, very kind and very hyped to be, you know, talking to people who also loved the show as much as he did, because, you know, obviously he loves the show. That's why he's in it. But yeah, Asatsuma is fine as fuck. I'd let him hit me repeatedly over the head with a mallet. LOL. Anyway, in a complete tone shift, first Yuri on this list, Lapidat. I really like Lapidat. Actually, is this the only? I guess that's the only Yuri on this list. Whoops. I do actually like a lot of lesbian ships. Natsuri was also a big ol' staple from the years, I would say like 11 to 13. Anyway, but yeah, Lapidat is just very cute. It has a lot of potential to, I just wish that they like talked on screen more, because they've only got like 2 or 3 episodes where it's about their relationship and about them, you know, bonding. And most of the other time they're just like in the background supporting, and they don't actually get to really be their own people. But I think they're really cute. Both of them are pretty attractive, and I don't know, let's go lesbians. And also, okay, sound off in the comments, you know, if you know about this. There was this one, like, Human AU, there's like a freaky ass comic by somebody on Tumblr, that there's also a dub of it on YouTube. There's a really freaky Human AU Lapidat comic, where, like, I think they're in college together. Anyway, if you know about that, sound off in the comments, because I was watching that age 12, bug-eyed, like, gripping the sheets, like, sweating bullets. Like, is this allowed? Is this permitted? So that's part of why they're so special to me. And yeah, I already talked about Cicelos, and Cicelos is just like a really lovely married couple, and Kevsil are wonderful toxic self-obsessed. Papiton. I forgot I put Papiton on this list. That makes sense though. I was big into, that was like, I didn't really do Undertale AUs. I mostly just did base game, and like sometimes I would draw swap sands and fell sands. And I think I drew Gino like twice. Anyway, Papiton was my shit. I didn't do like any AUs. I was just in canon, and I was like, wow, I love these weirdos, because they literally had never met, but I had convinced myself that like Toby Fox was in support of this ship, and that it would like somehow get real, or like get attention from him at some point. And I drew them a lot. Anyway, yeah, that's really special to me. I like a lot of ships like that where they've never met. There's another one later, what's that? John Martin, again, main ship of the media there, and main ship of the Magnus Archives. I really like them, and I've written a lot of fic of them. But it's like, they're not, main pairings are just like, there's too much sauce. I need to be a little hungry. Like, we can't just be eating all the time. Anyway, but yeah, John Martin are great. Big fan of when the season 5 happens and they turn into the worst versions of themselves together. Or, well, I wouldn't say Martin's the worst version of himself. The worst version of Martin would be like actively retreating into, I guess season 4 would be the worst version of Martin. Anyway, Tim Sasha, I love Tim Sasha. Yeah, I wrote a lot of various like versions of all the main 4 in the Archives cast together, but Tim Sasha and John Martin are big to me. I also like Martin, but yeah, Tim Sasha is great. Shout out to bisexuals. Shout out to Tim Stoker in general. fantastic character, really, I don't know, just like in there, in my brain, he lives in there forever. But, okay, what's next? Hanagram. Oh my god. I love Hanagram. I feel like my boyfriend's gonna get mad at me for putting them in the honorable We're still in the honorable mentions, guys. But Hanagram are very special to me, and they're very captivating. But again, it's like, it's too much sauce. They're like, the whole thing that the show is about is how they're sexually obsessed with each other. I need some more subtext, you know? I don't have Ineffable Husbands on here. Well, they have the same thing going on, where it's like they're the main characters and the entire show is about how they're in gay love. So, like, too much sauce. But yeah. Oh, and of course we're ending off with Pat Bry. Sorry, guys. I like RPF, and they really did sort of like watching. Like last summer was when I was Pat Bry posting a lot, and it's just like I had really bad COVID, and I was so exhausted, and I felt so bad. And the only thing that would make me feel better, like in those moments of just like despair and like, oh my god, I'm so tired and I have to go tour another college and I'm sneezing and I don't know what I'm getting sick with, was I would go back to the hotel room and I'd put in my headphones and I would watch Gil and Gilbert. They're so lovely, and they're really, really weirdly horny. But yeah, I like them a lot. Anyway, so, oh, I don't have Farrar in here. I love Farrar. But you guys know that. Anyway, moving on to number 5, finally. We're at number 5 in the top ships of all time. All variants of Soot Burr and all variants of, I don't know what the word for it is, but shipping Markiplier with himself. I fucking love Self-Cessed, guys. Did you know I love Self-Cessed? Yeah, no, there's a lot of good versions of both of those. I think my favorite Soot Burrs are probably ARG Simp, and I like Pogrev a lot. I'm trying to think of what my favorite with Ghost Burr is. I don't know. Doc Soot, which was basically just completely invented by me and Xander and Fates. Xander and Fates and I cheered from the sidelines and went, yay, 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 yay. My favorite variants of shipping Markiplier with himself. Again, I don't know what the word is for that. But, I like Dark Stash, obviously. They're like the main one. I think that, okay. This is a ship that doesn't make any sense, but the host ex Dr. Eplier was a big thing when I was really into them, and so I thought that was fun. I like Dante. I think Dante's great. Yeah, I don't know. I like those characters a lot. I think they're fun. Number 4. Another YouTuber egos thing. It's such a specific niche that I've ended up in. Tinsworth, which is CC Tinsley, and Ricky Goldsworth, who are Shannon Ryan from BuzzFeed Unsolved, serial killer and detective personas, and they don't really exist at all. Like, there's no content of them at all, but they're yaoi to me. And there's really good fic of them. There's a lot of really good fic of them. I think I'm moving on to taping the... What am I doing? Oh, I was trying to... No, I'm trying to write on the spine. Anyway, I'm running out of time on this video. I gotta talk faster. Okay, number 3 is Dorkey, which is Michael Distortion and Gerard Key. I really, really like Dorkey. This is another ship where they've never met, but it would be so awesome if they did. It makes sense for the timeline that they would have met, and I really like their aesthetics, and there's a lot of good fic of them, and they make me really sad. They can be very sad. They can also just be really, like, super fun and surreal and whimsical, and I think they would hate each other a lot, and it would be great. Number 2, Devil's Minion, Armand and Daniel. 2 incredibly bad bitches, and they're having horrible, awful gay sex. Dude, literally, what could be better than this? What could be better than this? I love Devil's Minion. I think they're really cute. I like writing / reading about them because every single person makes them super weird in a different and unique way, and that's very important and wonderful to me. And yeah, they're really fun. I already said that. They're both really fun. Anyway, and number 1, I'm really sorry to say this out loud, but my number 1 ship of all time is always going to be CT&T Duo. Oh my god, I miss them. I miss them so much every day. Every day I think of what could have been, and every day I like shake with anger at the knowledge that we could have had CT&T finale and we didn't because everyone's fucking lives were falling apart. They're so crucial to me, and all variants during all eras are so crucial to me. And yeah, they're both really fun and easy to draw also, so drawing them together is just like, it just makes sense. And also they're the majority of what's on my AO3 account. Done. I miss writing them. I miss reading. It's just like a lot of dsmp fic is not good spreading my truth. Like that weird guy in the bushes who I've talked about on here before, really good writer. He's an exception in the dsmp fandom. There's a lot of really bad fic, and it's like I have a lot of wonderful mutuals who write really good fic, but again, these people are exceptions, and it was so hard to like know every day that I was like, I know exactly what the ship is about, I know the flavor, I know the spices, I know exactly how to cook this, and then I would go out into the wilds of social media and just see people burning it to a crisp over and over again and making them so like generic and normal, and I'm like, dude, what? They hate each other, they want to kill each other, that's why we like them, that's why we make them yaoi, what the hell? Anyway, so yeah, this video is almost over, so I just want to say thank you guys for watching and coming to listen to me basically kind of talk about art for 10 minutes and then talk about ships that I like for 20 minutes. But yeah, I hope that this was fun for you guys. It was pretty fun for me, to be honest. I need something to de-stress. Dude, I've had a shitty day. I've needed to just like de-stress and like spread good vibes and talk about MCYT yaoi. So I think I'm gonna let you guys go now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'm only on page like 52 of this sketchbook now, the one that you're seeing me decorating. I'm on page 52 of it. Sorry it took me so long to record this voiceover. I was busy. But yeah, I will probably do a draw with me, or a like maybe Roblox free draw with friends or something, if you guys want that. I don't know. I will probably try and post something else before the next sketchbook tour. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it made you inspired to draw, or it was entertaining or whatever. Love you. Bye bye. Carpet. Check it out, I'm in the house like carpet. Check it out.